I can give a tip to the viewers. How can you keep calm? As Manfred mentioned, one of the best way to keep calm is that you allocate only and you size your trade properly. Because let's say, you know, if a trade you invested 50% of your capital in one simple trade and that trade is not working well, then no matter what, it will be very hard for you to keep calm. Welcome to another show of Rising Star. And today it's a special privilege. I have Manfred joining from Singapore, one of my oldest rising star, and it's such an honor and pleasure to have Manfred on the show and share his story, how he's dealing with the financial markets and how he's utilizing options and derivatives in his portfolio. Welcome, Manfred. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Manoj. It's my pleasure.
Manfred, would you please share a little bit about yourself with my viewers? Who you are, where are you from, how old are you, and do you do this full time or part time?
Okay. I'm this year I'm coming to 67. As what Manoj mentioned, probably I'm the oldest rising star in OptionPundit. Okay. I'm still working. I'm full-time employment. I'm in a kind of program project, or you can say R&D in a semiconductor sector. Okay. I have been working in this particular sector since I started work 40 years ago. I'm still going strong, and we are. That's one reason why I like to trade the technology stock or the semiconductor stock that I've linked with during my working experience. I'm doing part-time trading. I only trade probably maybe 2-3 hours, or the most until 1 a.m. I will shut off my PC and go to sleep, and just let the market work for me.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. So, Manfred, I want to know, why did you pick up options? When did you pick up options trading, by the way?
Oh, it has been quite a long while, Manoj. In fact, I have been trading since the clock problem. You heard
Okay.
about the clock in Singapore, Malaysia
Yeah.
time. Yeah. Since then, but I stopped trading for a long while. Sometime after the Asian financial crisis.
Okay. That was in 1997.
1997. Yeah, I
Yeah.
stopped a period. Then I started again, but I stopped again sometime in 2013.
Okay.
Only lately, sometime in last year.
Last year. Okay.
Last year,
That is 2020.
2020. That's
Yeah.
right. Uh, as I'm working from home, there seems to be a lot of time on my hands. So I start nothing much to do. I just look at my fund. Then I say, why not I just start trading again? And then
Okay.
sometime in September, I came across OSF, OptionPundit. Then I decided to sign on for the course, and then I went through the course sometime in September
Okay.
2020.
Yeah. So since September 2017, and now we are in the month of, April, mid-April. How has your experience been with trading options? Are you profitable trader?
Oh, beginning part, when I restart my trading
Yeah.
in July 2020, uh, before I joined your class, the OSF class in September, I was actually down,
Okay.
or I was down by probably about 20-25%.
Okay.
After OSF, that period when I start to get used to your method, your style,
Yeah.
I was still down until when I start I think you have all these monthly classes that we been invited back to hear your teaching again, or the update that you have for us. It seems to work for me, especially when early November onwards. And November till now, uh, comparing with reference to October low, I'm actually up probably about 200% now.
200%. Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Really awesome. And can I say, like, without disclosing your portfolio number, is it a 4-figure portfolio, 5-figure portfolio, good 5-figure portfolio?
A 5-figure portfolio.
That's a good 5-figure portfolio,
Yeah.
just to give an idea. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
That's really awesome. And congratulations. At the same time, it gives me so much of satisfaction and happiness that uh, you were able to pick up in after initial, maybe a little bit of setbacks. Then you reinvented yourself. You went through monthly coaching calls, tried to figure out what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and grew it substantially, 200%. So I can
Yeah.
also very proudly say that, yeah, you might be the oldest rising star, but you're also, in terms of percentage, probably the best rising star so far that I've met. Really, really awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I do have my downturn also, as when the market came down
Yeah.
in the period of February to early March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when most of the growth stocks were going down.
Correct. Correct.
So this 200% is including those losses, right? Which means the net.
Yeah.
Net.
Correct.
Okay.
It's including all those my net now, I would say.
Net.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, you probably have seen it all. As you said, that you've gone through that club crisis,
Yeah.
then you have gone through 1997 financial crisis, and then you probably have seen all sort of courses, financial education, etc., being provided by different educators. What do you think? How does financial education play a role in terms of growing your portfolios and making it work for you? Is it important? And if it's yes, how important it is to learn it right way?
It is, Manoj, it is really important. We, in a way, we must know the, the market and how the market, I think no one can really predict how the market goes. I think we must need some kind of a concept and some kind of a teaching from expert like you that we can follow, and things like uh, when to go in, when to get out of the market, and how do we pick our stocks. I do have your what do you call that, your teaching on the concept that given to us, the PP,
33.
33 PP, and
Yeah.
the
5 days.
5 days.
Yeah.
But I did some modification on myself.
Okay.
Okay, one of the things that I did is I changed the stocks that that I myself think that should be included, and then
Okay.
that I like to trade.
And this is based upon because you have that industry deep expertise. Am I correct by saying that?
Correct. I'm in the semiconductor.
Yeah.
I work in the semiconductor for about come to now about 40 years. And I
Yeah.
know about all these technology companies.
So please share some interesting companies with us. Those viewers who are watching. Usually I ask this question later on, but I don't want to forget it. So share some good companies that we can also include in our watch list when it comes to semiconductor business or related businesses.
For me, I like Micron.
Okay.
I like TSMC, or not
Yeah.
in short, TSM,
Yeah.
and NVIDIA,
Okay.
because all these companies a lot more that during my working life experience, I have worked with them before.
Yeah.
Past, present customer of ours. Okay. Like for example, like now Intel, we also work with Intel.
Yeah.
Intel now is coming in with their decided otherwise to subcontract it out to TSM to build their own, what do you call that, their own fab.
Yeah.
They already have their fab. I think they just mentioned that they're going to invest another $20 billion into build.
Yeah.
But comparing to TSM, I think they are still a bit far away.
Yeah. So this is very interesting, and I think AMD as well, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So I got these five names, like, Micron, for those viewers who are watching, we are enjoying from the expertise from, um, from our guest Manfred here. You've got Micron, the stock symbol is MU, then Taiwan Semiconductor, the stock symbol is TSM, then NVIDIA stock symbol is NVDA, and Intel stock symbol is INTC, and AMD, which I just mentioned about, and the stock symbol is AMD. Now, there are a lot of talks between, Intel not, or Apple, that Apple not using Intel chips, and AMD being ahead of Intel. Are you not worried? What do you think? Intel, how the landscape is going to change in coming months, and Intel stopping from giving, work to TSM? How this landscape will change in coming months and years?
Oh, I think Apple built most of their product now, most of their devices they are using now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the A3, A4, or A6. Uh, Intel, as I think everybody knows, Intel's they are 10 nanometer. There's a lot of yield problem. That's why they are lagging behind AMD.
Yeah.
It's like AMD the past year or so they are rising because of this.
Yeah.
And I think we can notice that recently Intel's stock is rising, and AMD is coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah, one had to go up, the other one have to come down.
So why
I
is it
think
that? Why is it?
it's the kind of they are in the same sector, I would say,
Yeah.
or same region that the target market sector.
Yeah.
Uh, the, the CPU and the GPU sector,
Yeah.
both are making the same thing. As since AMD is enjoying their advantage now, with the news of Intel investing in more fab investment, that will really, my opinion, this is my opinion, that will really, in a way, will hurt AMD.
Okay. Okay. And good for positive for Intel in a way.
In a way, yes.
Yeah. And I think there is one more semiconductor company that probably I can have some inputs from you, is Qualcomm, right? Would you consider
Okay.
Qualcomm to be in the same league or no?
Oh, Qualcomm, I did trade this stock before.
Yeah.
The last earning, I would say, is really a letdown. The last quarter. In terms of Qualcomm, as you know, Qualcomm's chip are mainly for the smartphone.
Yeah.
The Snapdragon, and these they should. I hope that this quarter, first quarter result will pull them back up again. But I would still prefer, if you ask me, between Qualcomm or ADI, I still prefer ADI.
ADI.
Yes.
The analog devices, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got a few names for more, for viewers. Those are ADI, Qualcomm, and I've just added that. I will add that into the YouTube or the blog post as well, so you can watch and read more about them. If you were to look at all these names that you mentioned, Manfred, MU, TSM, NVIDIA, Intel, AMD, ADI, Qualcomm. If you were to choose only two, which two would you consider to be quality stocks?
Okay, I think my partner earnings are already out. I think I will leave it out. Okay, I will take ADI and NVIDIA.
In NVIDIA. Okay. Well, thank you. We'll not go into more details of that. Otherwise, this rising star conversation will convert more into a semiconductor interview or semiconductor. We'll probably have that session separately. Now, I would like to know what worked for you? What made you successful? What sort of strategy, system, or your trading habits contributed to your success?
I I normally I buy the market when it dips.
Mm,
I try not to chase stocks, and and most of the time I don't hold it for long term. I like your 5 day
yeah,
kind of process,
yeah.
kind of concept that I like most.
Okay. So in a way, because we do consider similar thing exactly on 5D bullish, that it's a good stock, but because it has some short-term issues, we define our entry based on the parameters. We follow a system, and then once the entry is triggered, we basically go in and we keep it short term. So it's something similar that's been working for you, Manfred.
Correct, correct, correct.
Okay. So what is your duration period? 5 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month? Usually how long?
I I normally I buy call or
Okay.
long stock.
Okay.
I seldom I short the stock.
Okay.
I hardly do that.
Hmm.
Uh, I try to make it like a 4 5 days kind of
Okay.
period.
All right.
If it goes against me, then I decide I might hold it for a longer period.
Okay. So give us an example of a trade that that you build. How do you build that trade? Uh, what option price do you choose? How long duration do you keep? Just like paint a picture.
Uh, if, if you I think if you notice my result, Manoj, I buy a lot of stock.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it should be about at least about 70% stocks. So in a way that I I'm not time decay does not really uh, that I do not have this time decay problem for
Yeah. Yeah.
when I buy stocks.
Hmm.
Uh, when I buy stock, I also take it as a kind of a 3 to 5 days kind
Okay.
of a period. But sometimes I even trade the same day if it really uh, um, I won't say meet my target that I'm satisfied with my profit. I just
Yeah.
let it go. Like what
Okay.
you say, profit is you can't lose your profit, right?
Yeah.
Mm,
Nobody goes bankrupt. Nobody went broke by booking profits.
mm.
Yeah. So one is about the strategy, which is around the 5D bullish concept. What else worked for you, Manfred?
I also from you I start to learning how to sell call cover
Hmm.
call.
Hmm.
Okay, I think I normally don't do that. Manoj.
Yeah.
From you I learned how to do cover calls, and now I also selling quite a bit of puts also.
Yeah.
Uh, Previously I do quite a bit of what do you call that spread,
Okay.
and so far spread and selling puts and cover call. So far, okay, I would say.
So for the viewers, those who are watching this, now we're not looking at covered call just as a covered call. We are looking at covered call as a strategy to bring yield into the portfolio and at the same time create asset that will produce income for us once the asset has been paid off. And in the covered call, we also go through, what is the proper way of accounting. So you know exactly how much yield you are generating and you know what's your break-even cost are and how many more months would it take for you before your assets become free for you. And the goal is, build wealth one step at a time, build a portfolio of the assets in your portfolio so you can keep selling these and keep building the assets for you. Now, selling puts, those who are not familiar, selling puts is you sell a put option at the desired prices that you want to acquire stocks. And you only do this if you have a good conviction about the stock. So even though it contributed to Manfred's success, I do want to tell you that it's not, just a free money if you sell puts. Selling put means that you also need to be ready for the commitment in case, the shares are being assigned to you. And you have to adjust and build your portfolios accordingly because selling put can also require a large amount of capital. So I just wanted to add that, Manfred, to make sure that viewers are having good and solid understanding of what contributed to your success and how they can adopt it in their trading style. What about the trading habits? What sort of trading habits helped you to build a better portfolio?
Okay, you see, I have a lot of bad habits before. I think I start to trim off all these bad habits that I see that my portfolio start to rise.
Yeah. Mm.
I think one of the main things that I look at is when a stock is rising,
Mm.
an average, I think they rise between 5 to 7 days in a row if it's rising. So I try to, as I say, I try to do it about the most 3 to 5 days. I'll get it up.
Okay.
So this one thing I myself notice it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the habits in terms of planning the trades, following the discipline? What about those things, the generic things that also contributes to the quality of trades that we take?
I do a lot of read up of the latest happening around.
Yeah.
That some of those like Seeking Alpha. I like to read Seeking Alpha.
Yeah.
That gives a lot of. My opinion is they are quite accurate and quite truthful in their what do you call that analysis of the
Analysis.
stocks
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
Mm.
So this is one of the sites that I follow a lot.
Okay.
And of course those gossip news like
Are you on Reddit as
CNBC.
well? Are you on Reddit as well?
I'm on Reddit. Yes,
Oh,
I'm on
you do?
Reddit. Yeah, I know. I'm on Reddit. Yeah.
And did you follow this GameStop saga as well on Reddit?
No, I don't. I
Okay.
don't.
Well, we did some wonderful trades during that GameStop saga, because it was in news and lot many things were going on. So the implied volatility were rising dramatically. So we traded strategies, option strategies that help us to benefit from the crash in IV, not just necessarily the crash in prices, but the crash in IVs, and at the same time the price movements as well, but limited exposure by building spreads rather than trading naked. And for some people, it was really tough to hold on when it was going through that meteoric rise. Manfred, as you talked about what worked for you, and that is the strategies, systems, and also following through a disciplined approach, and actually staying within your circle of competence, which is more of semiconductors, and choosing the companies which you can understand very well, right? Tell us what actually did not work for you. You mentioned February and March, roughly around that period, your portfolio was down,
Okay.
and some other time as well, maybe in general as well. Tell us a little bit more.
I was a little bit, what do you call it? Not a little bit, quite a lot. That period, I think, in January,
Okay.
my portfolio was up quite a lot,
Mm.
and I start to buy to trade, what do you call it, aimlessly. I will use the
Mm.
word.
Mm.
Okay, I think to me, for a day of holdings or for a week of stock that I hold, I
Yeah.
try not to hold more than 7 to 8 stocks. But that period, I have about 15 to 20.
Wow.
That I think I couldn't really concentrate on. And when the market came down, I think it's difficult to really what do you call it, to really uh, to really certain share you want to get it out of the door.
Yeah.
It, it, it really become very messy, I would say.
Mm.
Yeah, so now I toned it back down to about 5 to 7 or even 8 stock the most that I hold in this
Okay.
particular account that I have.
Okay. And so this becomes one which is when you're trading aimlessly. So in a way, that may also be driven by because you had huge success, right? Would you say
Yeah,
that?
I let my guts down. That's why
Right.
I was telling myself this round no more.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
And it's true, it does happen.
Mm.
So as you know, in the program, I mentioned that if you had continuous success for 3 4 weeks, better take 1 week off and chill. So we don't let the complacency sets in and the
Correct,
guards go
correct,
down.
correct. Yeah, yes.
If you look back into your historical traits, what do you think, or what would you consider to be one of the biggest mistake, Manfred, that you could share with the viewers?
Oh, I tell you my biggest mistake. A stock that went up, I think more than I think 10, 20x. I didn't even want to take it.
You didn't?
I didn't even want to sell it.
Is it? Give us the
Yes.
example. What was the stock? Which stock was it?
10, I think 10x. That time was when I was pretty young. It's a Singapore stock.
Okay.
Uh,
The 10x
it's,
guys who makes these Bitcoin and some sort of a wallet, correct? That you can convert your currencies, cryptocurrencies to cash and then cash
uh,
to something like that, right? 10x?
no, this one is Li Ka-shing's son,
Okay.
Richard Lee's company
Okay.
that was listed in Singapore previously.
Okay. So what happened in that time?
At the time, I think the stock price from I think $4 or 4.50, it gone up to I think $45.
Wow.
At
Wow.
that time when Singapore was trying to talk about mobile phone period time,
Hmm.
yeah, it gone up to very very high for $45.
Yeah.
And I didn't take profit on that. That is
Okay.
my biggest mistake in trading.
What happened afterwards then?
I think I sold it at $10.
Okay. Okay. So you give back most of your profits
Yeah,
because you were not, in a way, willing, or you didn't have a plan to book profits, right?
correct, correct.
Okay.
So I think that lesson is really stick in my mind always. That's why nowadays when I trade, as what you say, profit is profit. That
Yeah.
is $1 or $1,000 that you feel like taking it, just take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And market goes through ups and downs. And in fact, since September, when you took your Option Pundit program, option success formula, we have already seen, bull run as well as the bearish run, especially on the
Mm.
growth stocks. How do you keep your calm? What do you do? What strategies do you employ to make sure that you are not affected by the markets, or you're not over trading, or you're avoiding those costly mistakes? What do you do?
I just as I was saying just now, I try to limit the number of stock I want to hold
Okay.
at a time.
Hmm.
And I also now I keep about probably now at this period probably about 40% in cash
Okay.
that I'm waiting for. I do not know. As what you say, there's an up and down. I think this period uh, probably there might be a correction coming that I try to have some fun on hand
Yeah.
to buy out the correction in the correction period.
Okay. All right. So basically, you are keeping calm through the capital allocation, through proper capital allocation.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. And I think we talked about some of the strategies that you like, your covered call, the 5D styles, and especially on the bullish area. Any other things that you would like to share with the viewers that can help them in their trading, especially from a strategy and systems design perspective?
Uh, okay. I think for all fresh investor that want to come into the market, uh, it is good. It's better to go and pick up a course and learn from an expert like you, Manoj. That that uh, they should at least know how to apply, when to when to keep calm if possible. I think keeping calm is something that you have to learn it, but you still have to have someone to point your way to you.
Yeah.
Okay, and people like you, Manus, as a good teacher, I think they should learn from you, uh, uh, and learn how to control your fund.
Yeah. How to control the fund. Very,
Yes.
very powerful, very powerful. Now, this program that you attended, Manfred, Option Success Formula, is an online program, right? It wasn't a, am I correct? There was an online program that you attended, right?
Correct, correct. I think the
So,
first one is it.
yeah. So, did you find any difficulty? How, tell us a little bit about the program. How did you enjoy it? What are the positives of this program? How it can help even the new investors, since it's just an online program?
Okay, in fact, I prefer online than rather than the one that in a classroom. My concentration, I think, is much better as compared to in a classroom. I mean, for myself, probably I have enough rest during this work from home period that going through. I think we have, I think, a few days of your program, and I would say I like online program. Okay.
Okay. And how tell us a little bit about the program. Is step by step structured? How do you
Yeah.
find Option Success Formula program?
Yeah, I think your structure, your program is a really very good for beginners and also for experienced traders to learn the back to the basic starts, and it covers in fact a wide range of what traders should know. In this way that we can learn it, and we can, if we do not really catch it or we do not really understand it, we can go back to the website, the Option Pundit website to recall or rewind it and to look at it again and again until you really drill into your mind.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it.
Mm.
And then the program, which is online, but it is also supported via comments and you can watch. Then there are coaching calls. How about the community? What do you
The
have to say
community,
about the Option
the
Pundit?
community, I think the community is very good. I also participate in a Facebook community, or in since we move over from the website
Yeah.
to the Facebook. Uh, I would say is a very good close community that is created, and it generated, I think, a lot of inspiration. I
Yeah.
would say, yeah.
Yeah. Well, fantastic. I think there are so many things that viewers can learn from this. And if I were to pick up, the key points, that even at 67 viewers, it's not too late. Okay. So pick up some time and sharpen your skills, keep the brain sharp. Even, retirement is just a number, but what you're looking for is keeping you sharp and productive and doing something great that you can enjoy and do it passionately. Other thing is to staying close to your circle of competence. And as Manfred said, He has been in semiconductor industry for almost 40 years, and he has a good grip on what industries are there and how these are forming and what sort of dynamics will change in the coming future. I share those names with you, and you can find that listed below this video too. And then modifying the approaches to your lifestyle, modifying trading systems according to your trading times that you have. That is also fantastic. Learning from your past mistakes and modifying your approaches so that you can continue to grow and become better and better. And at the same time, being participative in the community. So as Manfred mentioned, that it's not just me being good, but it's just, how can I also help others and learn from others at the same time. And that's really, truly, truly leverage, because not only your brain, but you're also capitalizing on the brain of the community, which is super fantastic. And then seeing what sort of profits can be generated, seeing the future and being prepared for the future to keep yourself calm via capital allocation. So you have some cash available, especially when the markets are crashing. You can pick up things in a much, much easier way. Superbly cool. Now, anything, Manfred, you would like to share with my viewers, because there are new viewers, there are experienced viewers, and there are some OSF community members also who will look towards you as an inspiration to see, how can they get their results better. So do you have any suggestions and ideas for them?
Okay, I think I can say is don't give up. Lose a trade, you just forget it, and there are so many trades to come about. You stay calm. I would say stay calm. Don't get overly excited when there's a losing trade or when a trade is rising. Yeah, just go to a good teacher or fresh investor like Manoj and learn from him.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, I can give a tip to the viewers. How can you keep calm? As Manfred mentioned, one of the best way to keep calm is that you allocate only and you size your trade properly. Because let's say, if a trade you invested 50% of your capital in one simple trade, and that trade is not working well, then no matter what, it will be very hard for you to keep calm. So the best way to keep calm is right from the beginning, build your trade plan, allocate your capital well, so that even if it does not go according to your desired direction, you can still sustain. This is fantastic. This is all good. With all that, I would like to, thank you, Manfred, for being on the show. It's been an honor and a pleasure for me as well. And for those of you, if you would like to hear, those of you who are watching this, and if you would like to hear from Manfred, especially in semiconductor, shout out, write that and say, okay, invite Manfred to have a conversation around semiconductor. And I'll be happy to host him and just talk about semiconductor industry itself, and probably pick up his brain to get some ideas and insights on building a portfolio which might be positioned for growth and industry dynamics that are about to change. Leave a comment or a question or something that you have. If you pick up few things from this interview as well, write those as well. I will request Manfred to look through the post and answer your questions if you have. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Till then, happy trading in the moment.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Wish you all the best. Thank you,
Manfred. Thank you for having me in the show. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, done. How was it? I think I made some.
I don't know. I should ask you, how is it?
I think it was good. It was good. It was very good. I think it will be helpful. It will be helpful for everyone. Now, after the interview, actually, Isaac will edit and remove all my, like all these things to make sure that it's clear and away from nuisances. I was watching Taiwan Semiconductor, and I wanted to pick up when it dropped around 113 recently. And I think the next day, when I thought to buy it, I think they announced that they're going to invest some $100 billion,
Yeah, correct.
And then suddenly, boom, it just jumped up by $10 or so. So I couldn't pick up, but I'm watching it. among all this, and Intel was interesting in my OPIC community. Actually, we picked up Intel at 47, 40, yeah, 44 to $47.
Good
And I did a
price.
bet. Sorry.
Good price.
Yeah. And I picked it up from a value investing perspective.
Mm, mm.
I lived at $16 million free cash flow every year. I run through the numbers and calculated the intrinsic value and came out to be around $68, $70 easily. He said that we're getting about 20, 25% margin of safety. So we decided to pump in into Intel from a um, value investing perspective. Then,
But I believe they should have a lot. I mean, in terms of manufacturing,
yeah,
they do have the technology, no doubt about it. To really, it's just comparing like you're going to invest 20B versus TSM 100B.
yeah.
Okay. And now they are really way behind TSM. I mean, in
In the
terms of technology. Yeah.
yeah. I think this is the reason why they are making this investment and say, okay, we need to get back. Yeah.
This is what they try to.
Yeah. And this is also one of the reasons why they are starting to rise again all over.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Manfred. If you have any questions or anything else, please do let me know later on. No problem at all. And I wish you continued success. I wish you all the very best.
Thank you.